They're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you.
Candace Owens is an evil cunt. Just as I was about to go live on air, I was made aware, and you guys can correct me if I'm getting anything wrong, because this is coming in live. Candace Owens outright saying, and I want to be careful with my words here because she's not. And I know she'll give herself an out and say that's not what I was implying. But you watch this clip in its entirety, and it seems pretty blatant that she's saying, and people are interpreting it this way, which is also important, that the Trump administration, not whatever it was, we went from underground Jew tunnels, Mossad, the Trump administration killed Charlie Kirk.
Just really needed to just take a breather and really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know. We just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock it off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. They're like holiday and a boulevard. And it's never on a nice side of town either. Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not going to be a nice side of town. Anyways, I will be back on the 27th, you guys. Thank you guys for all the support throughout these couple of weeks, these last really kind of 6 weeks since Charlie died. And we will see you guys then.
Well, let me first be tactful here and tell you that outrageous claims, and this is an outrageous claim, require outrageous evidence. Of course, as is par for the course, none has been presented. And I know that there might be an out, a weaseling here saying, oh, well, I said the Fed, not the Trump administration. I said a boulevard in Israel. It's pretty clear, not clear. What she said was, they, the Fed, give you a boulevard when that's a sure sign that they have killed you. You know that they have killed you. He was betrayed in the worst way possible, giving so much of his life to the Trump presidency, to politics. The federal government, the Trump administration killed Charlie Kirk is the claim. Now I'm going to tell you how I feel about it, what I think about it. Because you know who else would have to be involved? And this is the implication, of course, by design. And you can see the response with people out there saying, oh, well, then anyone who's close to, this is an inside job. You know who's really close to President Trump? And you know who people are now saying stood to gain? Well, Charlie's wife, Erica Kirk, who has now been put, Candace, with that language, with this accusation, has put the wife of Charlie Kirk, and she'll say, that's not what I tried to do. It is. It's the result. Erica Kirk in the crosshairs. It's not like you have to look through 6 degrees of separation. And you can see post after post and article after article with both Kirks, but certainly Erica praising, thanking President Trump, discussing how important his support has been. So if the Trump administration, if the Fed killed Charlie Kirk, look, there's no middle ground here right now. Either Erica Kirk is evil and was in on it, or Candace Owens is an evil cunt. I hope I'm being really clear about that. And saying, well, she didn't connect all the dots just is not an excuse when there is a grieving family right now who's not just left holding the bag, but you know very well will put Erica Kirk in the crosshairs. Let me ask you this. If you were killed and someone out there for clicks, clickbait, headlines, went out and espoused conspiracy theories with zero evidence that put your wife or your husband in the crosshairs, where you knew after you had passed that the person you love was going to have to deal with fallout and accusations of killing you and villainized, it'd probably be as close to coming back as a haunting as you could possibly hope for, right? Either Erica Kirk is in on this, and just to be clear, that's obviously rhetoric. Of course she's not. And of course there's no evidence that she was. And of course there will be some very unstable people, which is by design from Candace, who will accuse me of being paid by the Trump administration or Mossad or whatever it is. Insert all the crap here. Either Erica Kirk is evil and conspired with the Trump administration to kill her husband, Charlie Kirk, to assassinate him in cold blood, or Candace Owens has officially crossed the Rubicon to evil. Tell me if you disagree, and we'll take your chat on it later. But those are my initial thoughts. And I'm going to call it gonna weasel out. And I didn't say that, and I didn't imply that, and we're just asking questions. You need to do better. One final thing. People have talked about this. Is it true? Is it not? Is that actually the psyop where the left has wanted to drive a wedge between those on the right? Do you think that fracturing those on the right over a baseless conspiracy that the most effective president in modern American history killed one of the most effective public figures in modern American history, who's survived by his wife, who happens to be very close with a supportive president? I couldn't think of a more effective wedge issue. So either way, if it's stupidity or it's proactive evil, you must do better, sweetheart.
Question for the crew. What can we say to the people who listen to Candace and believe her? It feels like talking to a leftist at this point, and I'm not sure how we can break through to them.
It does.
I don't know. They're in chat. Good luck.
Some of them are. Yeah. I don't know. I honestly, I wouldn't, you try and have the initial conversation and be as blunt as possible. At that point, just go hog wild. Go, look, I mean, you know what this is going to do with the Kirk family, Erica Kirk, and their friends with the Trump administration. And by the way, you know what this would do to the conservative movement and the MAGA movement and all the gains that have been made. Like, you know how corrosive this would be. Don't you think you should maybe wait until there's any evidence? And if they say no and they go, we've been betrayed by Donald Trump. I mean, then you're dealing with someone who was calling for the impeachment of Donald Trump over the Iran strikes. And honestly, I would say it's kind of a lost cause. So
yeah, they don't ever stop either. They don't ever, it's like how I deal with my brother. My brother Jeremy has Down syndrome. He refuses to accept reality. All day, be like, I'm gonna be a Pittsburgh Steeler. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Have fun, buddy.
Yeah.
Why'd you want to be a loser?
Someone who will attack you where you go,
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Where you're going, I don't have any evidence at all that the Trump administration killed Charlie Kirk. And I'd be very careful in making that accusation.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make it. As a matter of fact, I think the opposite is true. I have a ton of evidence that they wouldn't. A lot. And someone who then screams at you, attacks you, and calls you a shill for that reasonable position, that's not a reasonable person. I'm sorry, that's not. We can have a difference of opinion. I get it. You can say, I don't believe the full official story on the Charlie Kirk assassination.
Right.
I would say that's a reasonable position to hold.
You have questions.
Very
reasonable.
I still do.
Yeah.
I want to know who else worked with this guy. I do believe that Tyler Robinson was the person who did it. I don't necessarily believe that he acted alone, and I don't believe that we got the entire straight story from the feds, and I think some of that was probably just people speaking a little too quickly and then trying to cover their tracks. But I think there's more to this story. I think that's a reasonable position to hold. Someone who says it's unreasonable for you to say, hey, accusing the Trump administration, ergo TPUSA, and Charlie Kirk's wife of taking him out, that's like, you need to have some proof for that. If someone attacks you, that is not a reasonable person. That's my opinion. And by the way, if you're watching and that describes you, I don't view your stance as, you are still more than welcome to watch and allow me to continue to make my case. Unreasonable people are still encouraged and welcome to watch. But I will tell you, I think it's an unreasonable position. Oh, you're still here? And you're still watching this on YouTube? You've probably noticed something is missing by now. I'm not here. That's because the Live Daily Show is now streaming exclusively on Rumble weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Tune in there, where nothing is censored.